Hey gamers, Maniac here with GameAccess.net. Happy New Year! Well, I was perusing the internet and I was checking out several of the common websites that I like to check out. One of them being the cinemasnob.com. For anybody who is not familiar with that website, it is a website run by a man named Brad Jones where he reviews very bad movies. His website was one of the inspirations for me to start GameAccess.net, him and several others. But recently, this man has had a quest over the past couple of years to bring back Crystal Pepsi. Well, him, along with a bunch of other people on the internet, apparently have seemed to succeed. As I was perusing his website today, I found a video of him reviewing a brand new bottle of Crystal Pepsi that he got straight from the Pepsi manufacturers. And he says, according to what he's been told, they should end up in shelves sometime around the summer. This is amazing news! But I drink Pepsi. I am a Pepsi fan. I am not the hugest Pepsi enthusiast, to be perfectly honest with anybody familiar with this website. If there was any soda beverage that I was really enthusiastic about, it would of course be Balls. But Crystal Pepsi and Pepsi, I mean, Balls is hard to come by over here. But Pepsi, very common, very easy to find. And I do prefer Pepsi over Coke. I still like Coke. I'll drink Coke. I have no problem with it. But I do like Pepsi over it. I'm not trying to say anything too. Yeah, if you like Coke too, that's fine. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm a Pepsi person over Coke. That said, there are other beverages I like more than Pepsi, and they're not manufactured by the Pepsi Corporation. But I have fond memories of Crystal Pepsi too, and I know I haven't really talked about them on this website because this is a video game website. This is a video game YouTube channel. But gamers drink. And I always thought, I remember my first memory of Crystal Pepsi goes all the way back to just probably around May 1993 or so. I was in 3rd grade. We were just about to finish up the year. The year was just about to wrap up. And on the last couple of days of school in 3rd grade, I had had a terrible year. I was very much looking forward to the summer. I was in a new school. I was in class with total jerks for the most part. The vast majority of my peers were absolute jerks. And we were being given assignments. Now again, I think I was probably 9. We were basically being given assignments that we were expected to do that would probably rival what some 5th graders would probably be doing, written assignments and things like that, basically. So it was a pretty difficult year. I was able to get through it, but it was a pretty difficult year nevertheless. And so one of the last days of class, we were celebrating, and one of the students who sat near me brought in a bottle of Crystal Pepsi. I hadn't seen the commercials. It was a brand new bottle, and I thought it was a joke. I knew Pepsi, I enjoyed Pepsi, but I didn't know of this Crystal Pepsi. And so I said, "What is this that you brought in?" He's like, "It's Crystal Pepsi." And I said, "There is no such thing as Crystal Pepsi. You've got to be messing with me. It's got to be what? Is it Sprite? Is it 7-Up or something?" He says, "No, it's Pepsi, but it's clear." I didn't believe him. I couldn't believe him. I'm not used to, like I said, I was 9 years old. The only clear beverages I knew that were caffeinated were like seltzer water or club soda, Sprite, 7-Up, and whatever lemon lime knockoffs that were trying to rival either Sprite or 7-Up. I couldn't believe it. Then I get home that day from school. I turn on the TV, and on the TV, they show this amazing commercial for this new beverage called Crystal Pepsi that, as far as I'm concerned, Pepsi has never done a better commercial. I know Pepsi's been advertising probably since long before I was born, and maybe people like the Pepsi Twist commercial with the Halle Berry more. But I'm just saying, this, as far as I'm concerned, if I had to put down all the commercials that Pepsi ever produced, no matter how much I like Barry Bostwick, I have to go with the Crystal Pepsi commercial. It started up most people put this commercial as early 90s nostalgia. I can't show the commercial here for copyright reasons. I don't own the commercial. I don't own the song in the commercial. So if you haven't seen the commercial, pause the video, call up another tab, look up YouTube, and just type it in. Type in Crystal Pepsi commercial. Trust me, you'll find it. I believe there's a 30-second version, a 1-minute version. It plays in the background Van Halen's Right Now. Talk about an epic song. I know that a lot of people prefer the David Lee Roth version of Van Halen, but again, down to personal taste. Don't flame me in the comment section. I liked some of Sammy Hagar's work with them are probably some of my favorite songs from Van Halen. Right Now is not my favorite. Is not my favorite Van Halen song, but it is one of my favorite Van Halen songs. Do you want to know what is my favorite Van Halen song? Dreams. And I think that even Sammy Hagar Sammy Hagar actually agrees that Dreams was probably his favorite song from the Van Halen. That's my favorite song from Van Halen is actually Dreams. And Sammy Hagar sang that song. Awesome commercial. Awesome song. Totally 90s. You can't get more 90s than this song. Except for maybe the first season of Power Rangers. But I digress. You play that song, and I was ready to drink this stuff. And lo and behold, my family and I went to Lake George for the summer, a couple of weeks. I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks. We go all the way up on vacation to Lake George after school's out. And along the way, my mom, I guess for, with the rest of the provisions we brought up because we were staying in cabins actually, very nice cabins actually, on the lake. And we had Mom brought Crystal Pepsi, like a 2-liter bottle of Crystal Pepsi with her. And I remember drinking it the first time and saying, wow, this tastes just like Pepsi, but it's clear. And those were my first memories of Crystal Pepsi. I don't think that beverage lasted past the summer. I remember it clearly. I remember it fondly. And I remember wondering, what happened to Crystal Pepsi? Why did they pull it? I know Pepsi put a lot of money into it. I don't know why they weren't selling it. It was available in multiple different things. I believe there were 2-liter bottle versions of it. There were, obviously, I know that there were probably like 20-ounce bottles of it, probably. I don't think there was ever a canned version. There were the glass bottles versions. Those were more common back then. You'd find those in, like, convenience stores. But I only remember drinking from the 2-liter bottle version and thinking, this is Pepsi. It's clear, but it's Pepsi. That was my memory of it, and I still remember it fondly. But it didn't last very long in shelves, and I remember missing it. The commercial stopped playing, and I was just really disappointed about that. I hoped maybe it would come back. And then, lo and behold, the last couple of years have been a firestorm of people like me. Guys like, I heard the guy named L.A. Beast I think that was his name, the L.A. Beast. Was a huge proponent. Obviously, Brad Jones was also a huge proponent. Pepsi is always trying to do whatever it takes to make a sale. As far as I know, they still have the rights and the formulas to make Crystal Pepsi. If they wanted to mass produce it, they probably could. Why didn't they? It seemed like, especially over the past 5 years, probably even the past 7 years, momentum was building for this beverage to come back. And lo and behold, I believe it is coming back. So, for this New Year's, I'd like to raise a toast to Pepsi for making the announcement to bring back Crystal Pepsi. I would like to say that when that stuff finally hits shelves, you bring back that commercial. Don't do a thing to it. Don't change it one bit. That commercial goes back on air exactly as it was in pan and scan format, 4x3. Go back to the old beta, VHS. If you have to rip a version from YouTube, somebody re-upload if you lost it. But you put that commercial back on air when that beverage hits shelves again, or when it's just about to hit shelves. Trust me, it will sell. So, I'd like to wish all of you, including Pepsi, a Happy New Year. Please post a comment about what your thoughts are about this. Yes, if the beverage does come to my neck of the woods, and I sure as well hope it does. If it does, I will be doing a Maniac Tries about it. And that is all I have to say about Crystal Pepsi. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Those are my memories about the beverage. I sure miss it. Can't wait to try it again. Till next time, this is Maniac with GameAccess.net. Over and out, guys. Take care.